the real damage of saying things like I'm fine. I know we all have the things that we say that are just stopgaps and not the thing we really want to say. They're just the thing that says, hey, don't talk to me right now, right? And I think one of the problems, like the first level of this problem, the first level of I'm fine problem is when it's believed, right? I have an entire training series. If you ever do couples coaching, or if you ever do any of our couples programs, you'll see a video with a bunch of guys saying, when you say I'm fine, I believe you. Because the first problem is actually sometimes we just believe you. Hey, I'm fine. Now, there's two layers to that, right?
Hold on. Do they really believe? I mean, if I say I'm fine, do you really believe that? Like, because I know that my face gives away pretty much everything that I'm like. I was not born with a filter here. I can pretty much say everything that I need to say without even opening my mouth.
Right, so which is why Whitney voted for this to be voice only podcast with no video for that exact reason. Like, everyone's gonna know what the hell I'm really thinking, which is great. It's a great reason to force yourself to be authentic, because we're all gonna know anyway, right? So I would say at this point in our relationship, 13 years in, no, when you say I'm fine, I don't really believe you unless it's true. I mean, there are times you are fine, right? There, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I think at this point in our relationship, do I believe you when you say you're fine? No. Was there a point in my relationship where where I did believe you? Yes. And I think a lot of guys either don't ever try to understand beyond the meaning, or they just are very trusting. Like, okay, she said she's fine, right? I think there's two layers to this believing. There's the first layer of it is I actually believe you. You're convincing, you're trying to hide something and you're effectively hiding it, whatever it is. And we'll talk about that in a minute, right? The second layer is there are times when I come in, I know you're not fine. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And you're like, I'm fine. And there is a little part of me that's like, you're not fine, but I'm going to let you be fine. You know what? Cool. I'm just going to believe you. And almost as a challenge, you're like, I'm just going to believe you. You say you're fine. Cool. Then you're fine. Because I don't want to deal with it. Because I'm going to have to dig and fight so hard to figure out. Like, I don't want to spend 20 minutes to get you to admit you're not fine, and then have to spend 20 minutes to talk about why you're not fine. Like, if you don't want to talk about it, fine. Then you're pretending to be fine. I'll pretend to believe you, and we're good. Now, think about how kind of like out of sync and out of touch that is as a couple. It's really not great. But I think a lot of couples live in that place.